Hey, we good? We good, Paul? Okay, well, everyone, we're gonna wait a couple hours to see if we're good on our live stream. So, welcome to everyone to the Hallberg Center for the Arts. We're here live in Wyoming, Minnesota, and you know that. For the folks watching on the live stream, you're at the Hallberg Center for the Arts, and we are doing our monthly Songwriters in the Round series, number 56. And we have a fun one for you tonight. That's like Steve Harvey says, we got a good one for you. I'm going to just go right to introducing Jess, our executive gallery director. And but we're going to start right off with our musicians. So first, we have Mr. Tim Fast. And Tim, you hail from St. Paul?
No, I'm living in Zimmerman, Minnesota.
Zimmerman, Minnesota.
Ask me next week, though.
Yeah. We're going to ask you in an hour. Tim's having a little back issue, so he's going to be feeling good tonight. So, and from Minneapolis now, right? Aleah Treiterer. And all the way from Red Wing, Tom Peschges. Close. They give me it's a tongue twister's number 56. So, oops, sorry. I know. Let's Zimmerman is
Zimmerman. No, that's just down the street, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just west of here.
Red Wing is south. Follow the river down south of Hastings.
I just moved from Monticello. So.
Well, you know what? Maybe we can Google that between songs and really get you a real good answer. So, where's AI at when you need it, right? All right, folks, we're going to let you guys get started. Enjoy your night, enjoy the music, and get some toes tapping, and we're going to have a fun show tonight.
Well, this song has a little bit of a story. It's kind of a long story. I'll keep it short. But anyways, I go down and visit a friend of mine in South Carolina, and the best time of year is in the winter, so I go down and visit him then. And anyways, I've got to know his dad and his family down there. I've been going down there for about 20 years. And his dad, at the time, was 98 years old. And his caretakers couldn't make it over to the house that day to help him out and make him lunch. And so his sister said, I'll go check on Dad. And when she went over there, Dad was down in the garden with the gas-powered rotor tilling the garden. She asked him what he was doing. He says, I'm getting ready to plant tomatoes, like it wasn't a big deal. So for my songwriting group, we had a prompt word, and they give you a prompt word to, does everybody know what that is? So it's kind of, for a song, you've got to either use that word in a song. But anyways, the prompt word was opulence. And I thought, how rich is that? At 98 years old, you could decide what you wanted to do that day. And I would just hope that I could do that. But so I named the song after him. It's called Herschel Lee Brown. From the town of Sharon, South Carolina, leads the richest man that I have ever known. Not the wealth that you can rank or put in the bank, just the kind that a heart can only hold. 44 he came back a war hero, a turret gunner on a B-17. He crossed the Adriatic Sea, 51 missions were complete, but he never talked about it much to me. You can spend your life chasing silver and gold, but your heart will be empty when you grow. Herschel Lee Brown is the richest man in town. He Lucknow, South Carolina. He met Inez, sweet potato queen. Can't make this stuff up. Their love was so dear, married for 7 years. That kind of love today that you will seldom see. Rather push a rudder tiller than a walker. His 100 years won't get in his way. He'd take the shirt right off his back, and you'd never have to ask. Late at night, before bed, he does pray. You can spend your life chasing silver and gold, but your heart will be empty when you go. Herschel A. Brown is the richest man in town, even if he never had one thin dime. He still drives his '89 Ford pickup, not 'cause he has to, but because it still runs. Never missed a day in church. He's a man of his word. Go to see those pearly gates when his day comes. You can spend your life chasing silver and gold, but your heart will be empty when you go. Herschel A. Brown is the richest man in town, even if he never had one thin dime. I just released a video of that. If you go to timfast.com, there's a new video, and you'll see Herschel on there. It was just on public TV in Charlotte, North Carolina on Tuesday night. So that'll be there too. Lucky guy.
Hello. So there's not as much of a story, I would say, to this song. It's one that I wrote fairly recently. I would say it's just kind of about when you look back on some situations and kind of go like, oh, why did I behave that way? And I think often I kind of work out what's going on in my head through my songwriting. So this song's called First Flight Out.
Control just a bit too much, but isn't that a sign of being alive, or is it just a sign of one's demise? 'Cause last night I talked to this one cute boy. It was unexpected but kind of nice. When you meet somebody drunk, it's hard to know what they're really like, or if they're just wanting someone for the night. And I know that I am damaged, maybe I shouldn't care so much, but I try my baggage, expecting I'll have to take the first flight out. It's nice to have connection. It's nice to think there's someone who cares. But then you remember that what you're looking for is something you used to have, just with the wrong person. And I know that I am damaged. Maybe I shouldn't care so much, but I try to warn anybody that wants to get close enough to touch the shell that I have made to protect myself. Pretend to be nonchalant just to prove that I am tough, but really I'm just scared for someone to say I'm not enough. So I slice with my fears to distract from the real things that I am feeling. 'Cause what if one day I end up caring all too much? So I lead with my baggage, expecting I'll have to take the first flight out. On the Uber back to my place, you looked at me and said you thought I was lying. I realized it's not a bluff. This sensibility in my mind is the thing I'm most afraid of people finding. So I use it to self-destruct. The shell that I have made to protect myself. Pretend to be nonchalant just to prove that I am tough, but really I'm just scared for someone to say I'm not enough. So I slice with my fears to distract from the real things that I am feeling. 'Cause what if one day I end up caring all too much? So I lead with my baggage, expecting I'll have to take. Lead with my baggage, expecting I'll have to take the first flight out. Thank you.
You got that there? Not getting much in the monitor. Okay, so my name is Tom Peschges, and it's. I noticed he struggled with the Breeze, kind of struggled with the name earlier. And you know, that's just a very common thing. I have one of those names that if you see it, you can't pronounce it, and if you hear it, you can't spell it. It's just, fortunately, there's only a handful of Peschgeses in the country, and they're almost all in my hometown of Curry, Minnesota, which is about 200 people. So anyway, just about every songwriter I've met, sooner or later, has to write a song about their hometown. And so I figured it was a rule. Must be written down somewhere. I was born at the end of the line, a little prairie town in a much simpler time. When the trains came in, they'd turn them around, send them back down the line. But the trains don't run out here these days, the tracks are pulled up and gone. And the depot is a museum now, like a lot of my old hometown. Walking along the old railroad bed in the footsteps of my younger days. The hot prairie wind brings me the sweet familiar smell of fresh cut hay. As a kid I made my money, found my strength, throwing them bales around. But machines do all of that work now. What do kids do in this town? And I hardly know anyone who lives here anymore. Some I used to know, lost touch with long ago. And the generation that raised me is mostly dead and gone. As I walk the streets of this village, somehow this place still feels like home. This town is more than where I'm from, it's part of who I am. The Catholic Church still stands, was the center of so much of my youth. There was comfort in the ritual, confidence in knowing God's own truth. In the graveyard behind the church we laid Dad to rest so many years ago. Mom will lay beside him when it's her time to come home. And I hardly know anyone who lives here anymore. Some I used to know, lost touch with long ago. And the generation that raised me is mostly dead and gone. As I walk the streets of this village, somehow this place still feels like home. This town is more than where I'm from, it's part of who I am. Yeah, this town is more than where I'm from, it's a part of who I am. Thank you very much.
I know where Curry is.
You do?
I played there. The Painted Prairie.
Painted Prairie Vineyard, yeah?
Yeah. So I also want to mention that I'm heading out in a couple days down to South Carolina because Herschel is turning 100 years old. And that's why they did a TV show on him, because he is a vet. And I'll move on now. But let me get a drink here, though. I like story songs. And this one, I think it was a year ago Christmas, my son brought me this book, Endurance. And it's about Ernest Shackleton, who did that expedition about the I think it was 1914. And they were gone for almost 2 years, and everybody wrote them off as gone forever. And it's an incredible journey. So yeah, my son gave me the book, and I decided I was going to write a song about it. So I did what I did in high school. I watched the movie. It's called Shackleton. As long as I remember, I've heard the calling of the sea. Not just a boy daydreaming. 'Twas to be my destiny. And I was proud to be their captain. Ernest Shackleton's my name, and always searching for adventure, if not for thrill and for the fame. let me be. Lay your money down on me. Hit a word that will let me be. Let me be. The ship we call Endurance, built to cross the southern pole. Sailors and whalers called us fools to ever go. We set sail from Buenos Aires with 27 fearless men, not knowing it'd be 2 years we'd ever see our loved ones again. And I've always longed to be free in a world that will let me be. Lay your money down on me. In a world that let me be. Let me be. Through the gale winds and ice storm, we cut a trail to come what may. She was swallowed by the ice floe. Still had no doubt we'd find a way. Just 800 more miles just to save us. We crossed the mountains and the sea, 'cause it was easier to suffer, never die needlessly. And I've always longed to be free in a world that will let me be. Lay your money down on me in a world that let me be. Let me be. Thank you.
I'm going to tune real quick to make sure. So the next song that I'm going to sing is one I wrote a while back, probably about 3-4 years ago. And most of my songs aren't happy, but a lot of the songs that I write are kind of ways to just kind of get through things in life. And so this was written at a time when I was really struggling, but wasn't at the point where I wanted to admit that to anyone. So this song's called Happy Lies.
The therapist told me I'm depressed. And how can that be if I feel happy at times? 'Cause yesterday I felt for a time like I was, I guess, alright. And we can ignore that I just lied. I guess most days I'm just trying to get through. make it to the weekend, to forget everything. It's not that I'm tired of living, well, I guess sometimes I am. I just want life to stop for some time. But I promise I'm happy sometimes. I promise you don't need to worry. I promise that I will be fine. 'Cause I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Why is it so hard to be honest about what's going on inside? It's easier to pretend than it is to face the light. And the alcohol I drink always helps, right? Or maybe it just helps me forget the times I cry. But I promise I'm happy sometimes. I promise you don't need to worry. I promise that I will be fine. 'Cause I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Is this what I should feel like? Like my brain doesn't care anymore if I stay or go. I want to try and say I don't think I'm okay. But why even try when it's easier to just tell a lie? So I promise I'm happy sometimes. I promise you don't need to worry. I promise that I will be fine. 'Cause I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. 'Cause I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm. Thank you.
So we're getting right into the deep subjects here. Alrighty then. So John Denver was a big influence of mine. He said one time that he's not a songwriter. It was his philosophy that God, the muse, whatever higher power you believe in, that's where the songs came from. He was just holding the pen. And I've experienced that phenomenon myself. This particular song in particular, I'd gone through a period where I was calling myself a songwriter, but I wasn't writing any songs. And I was feeling kind of bad about that, and so I had avoided these online challenge group things. But I thought, I need the accountability. So I signed up for a singer-songwriter online Facebook challenge. And they give you a prompt word, and you have a week or two to write a song based on that prompt word. So I signed up, and I'm all set to go, and the first prompt word comes out, and the word was macabre. The heck am I going to do with this? Okay. All right. So anyway, obviously we're going to be in a minor key. And so I started letting my mind go to a dark, musty, cobwebby kind of place. And the muse stepped in and took over, and it was after the song was done, I had to figure out what it was all about. And I'm going to break with tradition here, and I'm going to do the song because I don't want to ruin it for you, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more after the song. Okay, just another sentence or two. Up there in the attic where Mama said don't go, in the darkness of the shadows, my secrets never told. Behind silver webs spun by spiders and long since perished, under years of dust lie treasures she once cherished. A brown teddy bear, a blue baby's rattle, a white rocking horse with a red plastic saddle. Under all the dust, each item was brand new. With every new discovery, this mystery just grew. Whose toys were these? They weren't meant for me. Up here in the darkness, for no one else to see. The bottom of a box was a blue baby's book. My heart raced as I picked it up, and my hand shook. The pages were all blank, only one held a message, a bill from her doctor for her miscarriage. Whose toys were these? They weren't meant for me. Up here in the darkness, for no one else to see. Up here in the attic, where Mama said don't go, in the darkness of the shadows, my secrets never told. Thank you very much. And like I said, I had to think about it afterwards. Where did this song come from, and what did it mean? And I realized a couple of things. My mother, my sister is older than me by 9 years. And my mother had had 3 miscarriages in between there, which I didn't find out about until I was in my late teens. People don't talk about a miscarriage. You know, if a woman has a stillborn child or a child that dies shortly after birth, there's an acknowledgement of that loss. There's a funeral. Hopefully she has family around her that love her and support her through that. If you have a miscarriage, it's kind of like, well, better luck next time. And especially after 3 of them, and I understand why. I understand why people don't want to talk about it. It's because, well, after 3 of them, she's got to be wondering what's wrong with her. And, you know, don't want to make her feel uncomfortable, so we just not talk about it. But anyway, if that's you, I see you. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
You nailed that prompt. So yeah, Tim Fast is only 2 syllables. Unless you go down south, Tim is 2 syllables because it becomes Tayam. I don't have much to say about the song.
Got a little hole
So this next song, I'm at Cable Place, is one that I also wrote very recently. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the show The Last of Us on HBO. It's a pretty, it's a zombie apocalypse show, but it's a pretty heavy show. So I was rewatching it with my roommate a couple weeks ago, and it kind of brought up just some things from the past that I kind of felt like I was over or through, and so I decided to write a song about that. And this is what that song is. It's called To Today.
Just a lie I told myself so I could sleep at night. But the days turn to weeks and months and then years, and I think everything's in the past. But then I watch one stupid show and now it all comes rushing back. The shadows, they can hide in plain sight. Those ghosts, they chase you down, stop you, make you run astray, paralyze you in your sleep with the promise that maybe they'll leave you alone one day. 'Cause those marks, they may have healed, but the scars on your soul will stay. So you live day by day with the knowledge that this you have made it today. So you live day by day
Thank you.
Okay, so I've been doing a lot of co-writing for the past couple of years, I guess. A fellow that I hired to come up here and teach a songwriting workshop for me at the Minnesota Bluegrass Association, Tim Stafford. Tim is he teaches songwriting at East Tennessee State University, and he is in a bluegrass band. He formed with another guy 32 years ago. Can you imagine 32 years in the same band? I can't. I've got 10 with my band, and it's just about enough. But anyway, Tim and I have been writing together. About every couple of months we get together, write a song. There's a fellow from my hometown of Curry, which you heard about earlier, who he's kind of the town historian. So he wrote a book, which is actually a picture book. He'd take pictures from 100 years ago, buildings that existed, and he shows the buildings now. And the book was called Now and Then. And then he wrote a sequel to it, which was called Now and Then Again. And I thought, now that's not a song title. So I took it to Tim. We wrote a song called Now and Then Again. It has absolutely nothing to do with Curry, but it was a good title. Try that again. Now and then I think of you. Everything comes rushing back at me. All the things we used to do, everything we've been to each other. Don't happen all that often. When it does, it takes my breath away. I lose all direction, and I don't know what to say. It's now and then again. Same old remember when. I get so overwhelmed, so out of control again. Should I just give in? One more selfish sin. It comes around and then it's now and then again. Think of how it is today. Remember how it used to be back then. Built a solid life, home and a loving wife that means the world to me. When this feeling hits me, all the years just seem to fade. I can't help but wonder, was it really worth the trade? I keep longing for the way things might have been. I've lived long enough to know you can't go back again. But now and then again, same old remember when. I get so overwhelmed, so out of control again. Should I just give in? One more selfish sin. It comes around and then it's now and then again. Thank you. I'll be sure and tell Tim you clapped for that one.
My turn. Let's go back to my name. There's a bunch of fasts that live in down by Wyndham and Mountain Lake. They're Mennonites, most of them. I don't know any of them, but that's what I hear. So I was in Red Wing. They have a luthier course at the college there. And I went to see their concert. They invite a couple instrumentalists to come and play the students' instruments. And so then afterwards you get to go look at the instruments. And I walked up to this one guitar, and it said, Michael Faster. So I waited around for this guy to come around because I wanted to ask him about his name. I said, you know, my last name's Fast. And yours is Faster? He goes, yep. And I go, can I ask you something? He says, yeah. I said, so do you think you're better than me? He just walked away. I don't think he got it. I thought it was great. I was waiting for that joke my whole life. I've heard so many dumb, fast jokes, you know. Don't call me slow, please. I heard that in first grade. So. This is called, what is this called? It's called Take the Plunge. It's a brand new day, another new year, to start it all over again. Real fresh start, gonna stretch up the way it's never been. Comes a time that you realize the cows will never ever come home. Don't hesitate, might get too late, you could wind up all alone. No more turning tail and run, suck it up like a sponge. If you see love, take the plunge. If you're gonna love like no other, get up out of your chair. Big boy pants on, get her done. Get clean underwear. You've always been a little quiet, never got you anywhere. But when you turn your life around, make your heart pound. You got a life to share. No more turning tail and run, suck it up like a sponge. If you see love, take the plunge. Well, you never thought you'd live all that long, just long enough to wish you were dead. You gotta get it right, put up a fight, sorry on your deathbed. Love will last forever, only you know. Love so sweet, make your heart beat, and without it, what's it all for? No more turning tail now, suck it up like a sponge. you.
Sorry, I have to tune. I would try and talk, but it's really hard to like look down while I'm doing it. So we'll just have the awkward silence. This next song is one I wrote a while back, but I would say it's pretty emotional just in the sense of the topic. So at the time, my grandmother had been living at my house for a while, and I had moved away to college, but she had been diagnosed with dementia, and so she was really, really struggling. And so I kind of wrote this song just about kind of seeing my grandmother and the one that I remember from my childhood kind of becoming this shell of herself as the disease of Alzheimer's kind of took its hold on her. So this song's called Fly. Thank you.
Okay, one more song from a prompt word. After the last one, macabre, I thought, oh, it can't be any worse. And so the next prompt came out, it was envelop. Not envelope, not a noun. Envelop, like a verb. It kind of wraps you up. Oh, okay. So this is what came out of that one. A shiver in the cold at the end of the pier. One more ship to dock for the end of the year. The lighthouse above me sends out its beacon. Soon it will go dark, it's the end of its season. The lights of the harbor, so beautiful and bright, glisten on the water in the still of the night, shining even brighter than the stars above. The beauty of this harbor was the backdrop for our love. You left me alone now, so long ago it's been, still like the day you left. The fog is coming in, closing in around me, blocking out the lights of Duluth Harbor tonight. Winter doesn't really last forever in Duluth. It only seems that way, to tell you the truth. That north wind howls as it blows right on through, just like it did the night that I lost you. You left me alone now, so long ago it's been, still like the day you left. The fog is coming in, closing in around me, blocking out the lights of Duluth Harbor tonight. Closing in around me, blocking out the lights of Duluth Harbor tonight. Thank you.
I have to do a little tuning. Just a little.
I don't understand that. I tuned my guitar 3 weeks ago. It's fine.
Special strings.
Well, I'm bringing this back because I had it tuned 2 years ago when I bought it. I don't know what's up with that. So, another one of those prompt songs. I think my whole new album is prompt songs. And I always thought, well, like you, I mean, I'd see a prompt where I was like, that's the stupidest thing I ever saw. How am I going to write a song about that? But you do, if you want to. What did I wrote down the other day? I said, I don't make up these songs, I just write them down. That makes sense. Because
Yes,
they
it
do come
does.
from somewhere else. And I've gone back years later and looked at something, and I don't even recognize that I wrote that. I'm not that smart, you know. And so I truly believe they do come from somewhere else. But we're just the vessel. So this prompt word, it wasn't a prompt word, it was a picture. And lo and behold, it was a picture of John Prine, and that was going to be so easy to write. I wrote this pretty quick, because I stole a lot of lines from him. He's my hero. Must have been 1,000,000 years ago or so. He was late at night just 3 chords, he'd sing his songs. He was a mailman from Chicago. I sat down and listened for a long, long while. Might I had on my own illegal smile. The truth about life was his style. He left me begging for some more. I get a little brittle when I'm in the middle of singing a John Prine song. Gets a little harder. Took us inside the head of old Sam Stone to show us how it felt to be all alone. And I found Jesus on my own. Learned to talk dirty in Hawaiian. I get a little brittle and I'm in the middle of singing a John Prine song. It gets a little harder. Made me feel like I'd been to paradise, or maybe Lake Marie with my wife. Catch a few fish, maybe fix my life. It made me laugh and left me crying. I never got to meet that good old soul. I was a happy enchilada when I caught his show. There wasn't a word that they didn't know from the mailman from Chicago. I get a little brittle and I'm in the middle of singing a John Prine song. It gets a little harder. Ooh. Gets a little harder. And now he's gone. Thank you. That's a hard one to sing.
So this next song that I wrote will at least be a little bit lighter. It's only about heartbreak. And I seem to have lost my pick somewhere, so that's all right. But I wrote this song about I'd been dating in a relationship with this person for 2.5 years. Oh, thank you. Do you want me to grab it? Thank you.
Thank you, muscle relaxer.
But I'd been with this person for about 2.5 years, kind of thinking like maybe this is the person I was going to spend the rest of my life with, and then found out that we just didn't have shared life beliefs, and yet he kept pushing and being like, no, we can make it work, no, we can make it work. So this is kind of a culmination of like the sadness but realization of like, no, we actually can't. I don't remember the name for it.
But you know just the words you say. Thank you.
So I mentioned John Denver a couple of times, and probably will again before I'm done, but he wrote a song, similar theme to that. He's trying to break up with someone who didn't want to break up with him. It was called Get Your Tongue Out of My Mouth, I'm Trying to Kiss You Goodbye. You can look that up. It's only online. I've never seen it recorded, but it's a real deal. Anyway, we were down in Nashville, my wife and I. Been there 4 times now. Absolutely love the energy in that town. Just love being there. So we don't drive there, though, because those people are crazy. So we Uber around. We drive to the hotel and then Uber from there. And we Ubered out to the Grand Ole Opry, and it's a 10-minute, 15-minute drive, and the Uber driver was just chatty, just talk, telling us all about Nashville and how it used to be so small. It was such a small town, and it's grown so fast, so big, and so quickly. And this used to be a 10 o'clock town. Ooh, yeah, exactly. There's a song title for you. So I brought it back to my friend Tim Stafford, and we sat down and we wrote a song called 10 O'Clock Town. Used to you could see the stars at night. Now those neon lights burn too bright. Back in the days I remember, this was a 10 o'clock town. Shows let out at 9 and the shops closed down. Outside the honky-tonks there's no one around. If you needed eggs for breakfast, you were out of luck in this 10 o'clock town. This small town ain't small anymore. Gets bigger and bigger every day. And the party down on Broadway never really ends. I remember when it wasn't that way. This was a 10 o'clock town. Folks that sleep at night and get up at dawn. Worked all day, came home and mowed the lawn. Now it's hard to find a single blade of grass down on 5th Avenue. Wood and stone gave way to iron and glass. Every new building taller than the last, bigger and colder than the ones that I knew. This small town ain't small anymore. It gets bigger and bigger every day. And the party down on Broadway never really ends. I remember when it wasn't that way. This was a 10 o'clock town. Change is gonna happen, I can hear him say. Only a fool holds on to yesterday. This small town ain't small anymore. It gets bigger and bigger every day. And the party down on Broadway never really ends. I remember when it wasn't that way. This was a 10 o'clock town. This was a 10 o'clock town. I miss that 10 o'clock town. Thank you.
That's a great tune.
Well, good evening. We're back here again. So we had a little bit of a question earlier, and it was a quiz question about who was furthest away. And I would like to, by a round of applause, your best guess. So the question was, who came furthest to Wyoming, right? Was it, we know, well, Tim from Zimmerman. Applause if you think it was that. And the other choice is Tom from Red Wing. Think it's Red Wing? Well, trick question. You're all wrong. Actually, Aleah came from Northern California, so. But
That's cheating.
it is cheating. But anyway, thank you for coming out on this dank night. What a great way to spend a rainy April, right? Inside with great music, great songs, and intimate stories. And thank you. You guys all pour their hearts out to us, and it's a lot of fun to hear about this. So thank you all for coming out. We have a couple of brief announcements. I heard that Hallberg Center for the Arts is turning 10 with the anniversary of this building. And we are celebrating with a gala May 1st. All of this can be found at wyomingcreativearts.org. There are still some seats available. It is a gala fundraiser, so we're going to be having a lot of guests. We're celebrating 10 years. You'll get to learn a little about the history. We have a jazz trio, the Tim Lackas Trio, playing. And there's going to be lots of fun, and lots of Minnesotans like gambling. So we're going to have pardon? We won't be doing that. Not gambling? We will be doing, what would you? Fundraising. We put the fun in fundraising, not the gambling, huh? Yeah. So it's May 1st. It's from 5:30 to 8:30. The gala is at Shoreside Banquet Room. It's a former Vanelli's, for those of you familiar with Forest Lake. It's down the road about 4 miles. There are seating is limited. Tickets are still available for $65. You can find them at wyomingcreativearts.org. And there are lots of fun items going on to do fundraising. One is an over-the-top 50-50 fundraiser, split the pot. We have a gift card tree. You $20, you will win a gift card or pick a random gift card. It'll be worth $25 to $100, if not more. Great silent auction items with some fine art, as well as a live auction with fine art, and then lots of experiences and fun things to bid on. All of this is going to help us continue for our next 10 years and set the tone for a lot of the programming and neat things that we're doing and that we've really been growing into. So we encourage you to sign up. There's still some seats available. Desserts, appetizers, fun, great time for all. There'll be a cash bar. I knew that was coming. See, she has to say cash bar, right? Anyway, that's May 1st. When tickets are sold out, they're sold out. So we'd love to see you all there. I know many of you have already signed up, so thank you. And that's May 1st. A couple of other announcements. Currently here at the Arts Center, we have 2 shows going on. One is an installation up in this area. This is kind of a different little, sculpture or mobile up here. This is Philip Noyed. He has an installation art that's featuring art and technology, which is a fun one. And then we also have in the underground gallery, Sonia Hutchinson, a fantastic watercolor painter. So that exhibit is here till May 17th. And so please come on out and see and support those artists. The next show is going to be a community collaborative show, which can be of any medium, and the theme is Good Bones. And basically, in a nutshell, you can find more on the website about the theme, but it means, in a flawed world, finding the good things, and you can express that through your art. So it should be a fun collaborative show. You can have entries submitted into the website to us by May 13th. And that show opens on May 22nd, I believe. All right, we're batting 1,000, Jess, huh? Songwriters, next month's Songwriters, we have the Luc LeBlanc Trio, a little departure from our normal format of 3 individual songwriters. So that will be on May 29th as well, was that show. And so we're going to do some quick thank yous for, first of all, you're being filmed and live streamed by Lakes Area TV and Paul Peterson. You can go to Lakes Area TV's YouTube channel, and you can see this concert as well as most all of the Songwriter shows. In addition, you can come to our website and see that as well if you want to go back and replay or see any of those in the past, or if you future one you can't make it out, you can always go and watch it there. We want to thank Caleb Anderson, our sound technician, who is here every month helping us out. So how about a round of applause for Caleb and Paul, please? This all happens because of support of the community, and certainly one of the big benefactors we have is the Hallberg Family Foundation. They sponsor this show, so we thank them. We also get support from East Central ECRAC, which is the East Central Regional Arts Council, and that's they help appropriate the art monies that we get through the taxpayers, you the taxpayers, through appropriations on the Legacy Act. So we're thankful for that. And there's also support for these musicians. They each are given a $50 gift card to go to Music Connection. So we thank the Music Connection of Forest Lake, a great superstore of music, and Charlie and his team. So we thank them as well. And let's see, I think we also have tons of classes. Jess and I were just looking at a year over year of what our agenda looked like a year ago for classes and events, and we can't barely put it in one piece of paper. So go to the website. There's classes for everyone, for seniors, for children, teenagers, even babies, right? Yeah, you have to learn more about that on the website, but it's a fun initiative that we're working on with our community outreach projects. So I think that's we're going to pass along a shared tip jar that we'll share with the musicians. There's also some CDs available up on the stage, up over to this way, after the show, if you wanted to purchase and talk with any of the musicians on that. And with that said, we briefly will talk with. I'll start with Tim. Anything you mentioned a couple of things, a trip to South Carolina, but anything you got coming up and anything you'd like to promote?
So I just finished a live album, which not a show, but I went to the studio and I played harmonica, guitar, and everything, and didn't track it. So that's coming out June 7th, with any luck, and it's my CD release is at the Lake Harriet Band Shell, and I'll also be playing at Rhythm of the River in Jackson, Minnesota, and that's towards I don't know the date of that. That's towards the end of June, and no, it's just honored to be up here with these two great songwriters. So.
Thank you. And Leah, you mentioned we can find you on Spotify. Is there also anything else that you're working and coming up with?
Yeah, so I'm actually currently working on 2 songs that I will be releasing on Spotify at some point in the near future. Don't really know when. But I also post a good amount of things on TikTok and Instagram, so you can follow me at Aleah Harris, because my last name is complicated. And I don't know.
Treiterer, I got it.
You got it, yeah. I sometimes even
Peschges.
struggle saying it, so. But I'm also pretty frequently at the Sociable Cider Works open mic that's run by JT in Minneapolis. If you guys ever want to go out for some good cider, good music, always recommend going. So, yeah, but like it was said, it's also just awesome to be up here with these 2 great musicians. So.
Well, thanks. Yeah, thanks for joining us, and we appreciate you joining the Wyoming and our whole series here. So, thank you, Tom. How about yourself?
Well, coming up, what have I got coming up? Sunday we're going to be over with the band. My whole band is going to be over at Badger Hill Brewing.
And what's
Shop.
your band's name?
I'm getting there.
Okay, no, now.
The band is called Double Down Daredevils. And so that's much easier to pronounce and much easier to remember than Peschges, just a hint. So anyway, there's that. And then May 17th back at Badger Hill, I will be there solo, but not in my Tom Peschges persona. I'll be wearing a tie-dye shirt and shorts and singing a lot of Jimmy Buffett songs for they're releasing a new beer called Lawn Flamingo IPA or something like that. So anyway. Having a lot of fun with that. There's just lots of shows. You can find them on my website. tompeskesmusic.com or doubledownbluegrass.com. And I have business cards up here that have my name spelled correctly on them, so you can find us that
With
way.
phonetics?
Yes. And I also want to say thank you to Breeze and to the Wyoming Arts Center for having me here tonight. We've been trying to do this for a couple of years, and it's like, schedules didn't work out or something, but this was a thrill. And I was talking to my friend Tom Mowbray, and he said, "Oh, you're going to love it there. It's just a great vibe." And I heard that also from another songwriter. It's like, yeah, I believe it, and now I know it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, and well, thanks, Tom, for the nice. I'll get the check in the mail to you. And actually, Tom's going to be playing. He's played at a couple of our open mics, and we'll be playing here at a Songwriters series in the fall. So thank you. So again, thank you all for coming out tonight. We're going to get one more from each of our singer-songwriters. So we'll let you take it away. Thank you, and appreciate you all.
Took these words from the great John Lewis. It's called Good Trouble. Talking about good trouble, gonna make the world a better place with good trouble, gonna leave the world the kind of place in the world only one, but one can mean the world to some. Always someone out there we can help. Talk about good trouble, gonna make the world a better place. Good trouble, gonna leave the world a kind of place. Gentle push, a gentle nudge, there to help and not to judge. Treat someone just like you treat yourself. Talk about good trouble, gonna make the world a better place. Good trouble, gonna leave the world the kind of place. Whoa, good trouble. All for one, we are strong, pull together and get along. Together we can right all the wrong. I'm talking about good trouble, gonna make the world a better place with good trouble, gonna leave the world the kind of place with good trouble, gonna make the world a better place with good trouble, gonna leave the world the kind of place. Whoa, good trouble. Thank you.
So the last song I'm playing is actually one of the first songs I ever wrote. It's called Daydreams, and it is actually one of the songs that is currently out on Spotify. So if you look up Aleah Harrison Daydream, it should come up.
I used to be so tired of being told I was too young to understand whatever was going on. I'd sit and wait and count the days till I would lose I see the world. Daydreams would fill my thoughts. I couldn't wait till I've seen us mature enough. But wait a little while, you young child. There's no rush to growing up, no need to speed it up. Wait a while, stay and smile, enjoy the time you have. 'Cause you'll later miss all of your ignorance. I used to be so tired of being told I was too young to decide what to do with my own life. Every day I dream of the time I could be free to live my life, all without the confines of society. Wishing I could be anywhere but where I was presently. But wait a little while, you young child. There's no rush to growing up, no need to speed it up. Stay a while, play and smile, enjoy the time you have. 'Cause you'll later miss all of your ignorance. Now I am so tired of being told you're all grown up, drink from this cup too, as you're told. Truths of love fly through my head, breaking all the thoughts I had of innocence. We all rush to grow old, to become another clone in this sad world. I just wish I could have told that young girl, wait a little while, you young child. There's no rush to growing up, no need to speed it up. Stay a while, play and smile, enjoy the time you have. 'Cause you later miss all of your ignorance. Thank you.
Just a couple quick things here before I get into this song. First of all, Tim, it's always a pleasure to see you and hear you singing again. We've shared the stage before, and then when I saw that, I went, oh, yes, this is going to be fun. Aleah, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Nicely done. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to mention before I get to the song is the CDs are not me, it's my band, the Double Down Daredevils. And I've got a special deal on CDs tonight. Tim and I did a little price fixing earlier. We're both selling our CDs at $10 a piece. But here's my special deal. You buy one of my CDs, take it home. If you don't like it, for any reason, don't like the artwork on the front, I don't care, whatever it is, you send it back to me, care of the Hallberg Center here. And I'll send you 3 CDs that I don't like. So I have to admit, I stole that joke from Carl Jackson.
I'm stealing that one.
Yeah. Anyway, I've mentioned John Denver a half a dozen times, and I have to do it one more time. Back 12, 13 years ago, when I was first starting to write songs and trying to figure out who I was and what my voice was going to be, John Denver was the poet laureate in the state of Colorado. And he's had all these beautiful songs about Colorado and the scenery and stuff. And I decided that I was going to be Minnesota's answer to John Denver. And so I wrote this song, and this is kind of my hit. It's the song that just keeps coming back. It's on the CD, and people recognize it, and this has never happened to me before or since, but I started the intro, and people started clapping. They knew it. And just a few weeks ago, this song was featured as a song of the day on Minnesota Public Radio. And I had nothing to do with it. I didn't even know it. But there it was, you know. So anyway, this is called, and here's the title. That Minnesota Song. It's because people kept coming up and saying, would you play That Minnesota Song? Okay, we'll do it. Springtime has come to my home in Minnesota. The pelicans have returned to Lake Chautauqua. Just like them, I know that no matter where I roam, my home will always be in Minnesota. A fishing season starts now in just a couple of weeks. It always seems to land on Mother's Day. Wild asparagus growing in the ditches outside of town. Fresh rhubarb pie at the Chatterbox Cafe. Yeah, I've seen mountains, I've seen deserts, I've gone swimming in the Caribbean. Picked peaches down in Georgia once or twice. Seen the cherry blossoms in D.C. and that big Montana sky. My home will always be in Minnesota. Summertime gets hot at my home on the prairie. That's okay, we'll cool off by the lake. The Minnesota Twins are stinking up Target Field. But win or lose, you know they're always gonna be my team. Labor Day weekend comes around. Before you know it, we'll have a pronto pup, ride the Ferris wheel. One more trip up north to the cabin with the kids. And we close it up, send them on back to school. I've seen mountains, I've seen deserts, I've gone swimming in the Caribbean. Picked peaches down in Georgia once or twice. Seen the cherry blossoms in D.C. and that big Montana sky. My home will always be in Minnesota. Autumn in the Northland is a season to behold, when all the green turns to brilliant red and gold. We'll go for a hayride and sing songs around the campfire one more time before the winds blow cold. Yeah, I've seen mountains, I've seen deserts, I've gone swimming in the Caribbean. Picked peaches down in Georgia once or twice. Seen the cherry blossoms in D.C. and that big Montana sky. My home will always be in Minnesota. So I played this song for my friend Cindy, and she said, well, Tom, that's a wonderful song you have there. But, and I knew right where she was going, didn't have a verse about winter. We do have that season here. So I marshaled all of my considerable songwriting skills and talents and brought them to bear on the problem. Wrote the following verse about winter. Wintertime has come to my home in Minnesota. It's cold. No one's ever died, they say, from a case of cabin fever. Just no longer willing to take the chance. I'll go see mountains, go see deserts, I'll go swimming in the Caribbean. I'll pick peaches down in Georgia once again. But when the cherries blossom in D.C., I'll check the big Montana sky. Then I'll come on home to Minnesota. Yeah, I've seen mountains, I've seen deserts, I've gone swimming in the Caribbean. Pick peaches down in Georgia once again. Seen the cherry blossoms in D.C. and that big Montana sky. My home will always be in Minnesota. My home will always be in Minnesota. I was born and raised and I'll die here in Minnesota. Thank you.